In this video tutorial, I'm going to talk about how to power up the control room in the Multimedia Production Lab at the University of Texas at Tyler. We have just a few pieces of equipment that I need to address in here that you need to know the names of so that you can understand what's going on in this tutorial and in your courses. Here, this computer is our character generator. It's what generates our graphics during our live video production. This is our video production switcher. This is what handles all switching of the cameras during a live video production. This is our monitor, our preview monitor, I should say. On this, you'll be able to see all of your raw camera feeds from the television studio. This is our recording computer and also our program monitor. This computer is where you'll be able to see your final output as well as be able to record the video productions that you're doing. And last, not something that we use a lot, but you will need to at least know how to power these on, and occasionally you'll use these. We have our tape decks. The top one we use for recording, and the bottom one we use for playback. So let's get started in powering up the control room. First thing what we want to do is go ahead and power on our character generator computer. It's pretty simple. You just hit the power button. Okay, so when that comes on, you're going to need to log in to your Patriot's username and ID to get it going. The next thing that you want to do when you come in here is turn on both tape decks. Now this is important. They must be powered on for every other piece of equipment in here to run. We have video sources that run through these decks, and without these decks on, you're not going to be able to see some of your cameras, and you're not going to be able to see your final video output. The next thing you want to turn on is your switcher. The switcher just has a single power button. You can push that, and it'll begin to boot. Next, you'll want to go ahead and turn on your monitor, your preview monitor. We have a remote here. It's just a standard television. Just hit power. Now I do want to address something once it turns on. You'll want to make sure that it's on the right video input to be able to see your preview from your switcher. And that output, or that input, is HDMI 1. If you came in here and say, for instance, it was on component, well, that's not right. You won't see anything. So just hit the HDMI button on your remote, and there you go. HDMI 1. And you actually can see the tiles right now. Of course, the cameras aren't turned on, so there's no video coming in here. The next thing that you want to turn on is our program monitor / recording computer. There's a power button on the back left-hand side of the computer. You'll push that, and that computer will boot. Now, as soon as that comes up, I'm going to show you something that you need to do within it to be able to use it to be our program monitor. Once the Mac is booted, you want to take your mouse and move it down to the dashboard. Click on QuickTime Player and give that a few seconds to boot. Once it's up, go to the top and go to File and go to New Movie Recording. Then, all you have to do is maximize that window. And once this is all done, assuming that you've already turned on the cameras in the studio and turned on the audio control room, you're ready to begin your live video production.